Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name is James and today we're doing another locomotive review. This one's being a special one because I've only just got this one in the post. And this is the Gaugemaster Collection Class 73 made by Dapol. Yes, it has finally come out. So yes, I'm quite happy with it and yeah, I've only just got it. So quite a quick review to put out, but let's get all the boring stuff out of the way. The product code, just to let you know, it is GM2210204, a class 73 with the running number 73126, name of Kent and East Sussex Railway in Network South East livery, and it can run on 9-inch radius curves, which is always good to know. There's the logo. Inside the box, let me just zoom out now. There we go. You get the product, you get the, this is the warranty, sorry, which we won't read because no one reads them whatsoever, I definitely don't. And then you get the instruction leaflet. On one side it tells you about lubrication up in the corner, and also what happens if you don't lubricate it, DCCing and all that lot, installing couplings, warranty, and on the back it's completely blank. And that's that really. What else you get inside the box is you get some extra nameplates. These are some etched ones. I think you might also get some re-indicated discs, some non-type. No, but there is some other etched pieces in there as well. But the main two things are the nameplates, so I'll pop them there. And in the other bag is just some alternative couplings, and that's it really. Nothing else added to be added to the loco. And let's have a quick look at how much it weighs. We'll mention it is very light compared to the old one, which I have also reviewed. This one weighs 41.2 grams, so that is very light, considering that the last one had basically a big chunk of metal. Well, pretty much everywhere really, it was just a big chunk of metal. But so yeah, this is a very light engine, but yeah, it looks rather nice really. I have also had a look. I think these are separately fitted. Let me zoom in. Ooh, wrong way. Let me zoom in. The horns at the top, they do seem more secure than the last ones, because my last one, well, they came off. Had them on there, then next minute they disappeared. So yeah, these ones seem a bit more secure, so hopefully we won't lose any of them. It does look like it. Well, that's what it is. Nem pockets either end. All-wheel pickup. Traction on all wheels as well. The DCC it's quite easy. It's the body just. Just need to make sure I'm not breaking it. That's why when it's this light, you basically need to just run your nail underneath the body and then slowly pry up the body. I'm not going to do it because I said it's a very light model and it always feels like it's going to break. But do need to do that on both sides, and it feels like it's got about 6 clips altogether. There we go. And to put it back on, you just need to run your finger around and put it back on that way. But yeah, it's not that hard to DCC it. It's a DCC 6 system, so very nice. It does have lights forward and back. I don't know about backwards. I think it's just a forward one. I don't know about backwards one, but I do know that the route indicator light does light up as well. Glazing looks nice. There is some actually I don't think there is. You can see into the cab, but I can't actually see much inside. But considering that it's only a small cab, I can't really blame them for not adding anything. So nem pockets, the livery is very nicely applied, very clean and crisp. The printed nameplate is very legible. I think these grills are etched and then stuck on separately, so that's very nicely. And also the electrical connections on the end look separately fitted as well. Well, they look like they do look like they're separately fitted, and the buffers look quite nice as well. Obviously in this scale they're not working buffers, but never mind. And top detail, again the very nice grills there. There is an indication of a fan, and you may actually be able to see through that if it wasn't the fact that it's dark on the inside. So yeah, I may have a look at that, but it does look very nice. Underside, bit barren, but never mind, you're not going to see down there. But the underframe detail looks rather nice as well. Can't see, you can see a bit of a contact screw, so they are represented, just not all that much, but never mind it. It's not like on the Ferris 411 where the contact screw is actually picked out in a different colour. But it looks nice and it looks very smart. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Ooh, and zoom out again. Yeah, like I said, I'm happy with it, and it costs only about, well, if you don't buy it directly from Gaugemaster, it costs about £85, or vaguely around that price. If you buy it directly from Gaugemaster, it costs £99 because for some reason they charge more at their own place, but never mind. But there is only two, well, by the time of this recording, there's only two, I think there's two which have been bought out, which is the Network Southeast and the BR Green one. I think there may be another one, I'm not entirely sure, but luckily the one which I ordered has come out. But anyway, I'm going to get this onto the turntable so you can have a quick look at it a bit more in detail, and then I'll tell you a bit more about the loco before we get it onto the test track, so I'll see you in a bit. The British Rail Class 73 is a class of electro-diesel locomotive. The type is unusual in that it can operate from the Southern Region's third rail network or an onboard diesel engine to allow it to operate on non-electrified routes. This makes it very versatile, although the diesel engine produces less power than is available from a third rail supply, so the locomotives are rarely operated outside the former southern region of British Rail. Following the withdrawal and scrapping of the more powerful Class 74 electric diesels in 1977, the Class 73 was unique on the British Railway network until the introduction of the Class 88 electric diesels in 2017. The Class 73's staple work initially was on freight, parcels and departmental services, with only limited passenger workings such as boat trains and overnight services. However, Class provided an interim service on the Bournemouth line pending the arrival of 4 reps and introduction of full electrified service. Several locomotives have been preserved on heritage railways, where they run on their diesel engines, as no preserved line has third rail electrification. They are particularly popular because they have a small diesel engine and hence are more efficient with speeds normally limited to 25 miles an hour. Yet they are big mainline locomotives and thus more attractive than diesel Sunters with similar sized engines. Since privatisation, the Class 73 fleet has been reduced in size following the large-scale withdrawals of the EWS and Gatwick Express fleets. However, many smaller operators have acquired locomotives, so their continued use is assured for the foreseeable future. 49 locomotives have been built in total, with 10 being scrapped, 6 preserved, 6 stored, and the remaining 27 still in service. Right, here we are, the Class 73 now on my Gosport layout, and I have got my test rake of 8 Mark 1 coaches ready to go, and yeah, all set to do the test. One thing which I would like to point out is that both the bogies are slightly different in range of motion. The front one here can just do normal rotational movement. Trying to think of a good way to describe it, but as you can see, it's not got much range for up and down. So this one, on the other hand, can go all about, got much more freedom of movement. So do take that into account for uneven or undulating track or work or something like that, which my track is not the most perfectly laid, so It's on my quick test around. It does like to try to, well, not consistently. It does try to derail itself. It's mostly on this little bit here. Basically coming around this corner, since it's a curve straight into a complex point, it does try to throw itself off. But anyway, let's go with the slow speed. This is on DC, so it's not the best it can do, but that's a good speed before stalling out. And that's not too bad. Let's give it a quick run round. That's about just 30 to 40% on normal backman controller. But yeah, for a model which has been everyone's been waiting for 3 years since it's been announced, it does run fairly well. Let's give it a bit more power, up to about 50%. And it's racing around. Ooh. I'm quite pleased with that. Also to note that it doesn't actually have any rear lighting, so it's only got the one directional light either way. That's just the headlight. But I think that is prototypical, I can't quite remember. Anyway, let's get it on. Right, we've now got it on the outside track with my 8 Mark 1 coaters. Each one of these weighs 25 grams, and so 8 of them weighs 200 grams. And since this weighs about 40 grams, it's 5 times the weight of the locomotive. So let's see how well it couples up. That seems quite a good. That seems quite nice to me. So quick slow. Seems to be doing quite well. And here comes the tricky bit, because it has a slight incline. And the track is a bit mucky, so giving it a bit of power. There's a slight struggle there. I'm going to give it a bit of speed because it seems to be a bit happier with speed. That's not. Ooh. It's that coupling problem again I've had before. There we go. Right. Other than a slight coupling problem, which is quite typical. Ooh. Let's try it the other way around. Because it's normally how I would solve this problem. There we go. Let's get you sat nicely on the track. So this is with the more mobile bogie at the front. There's always been coupling issues between Dapol, well, technically Dapol, and Graham Ferris items, so it's not all that unusual. Right, let's see if we can get around. And it does seem to be able to pull 5 times its own weight on the flat. But up any incline, I think that might be a bit too much. Yeah, I'm going to say 5 times its own weight is probably a bit too much for this engine. So I'm going to actually do a quick run with just 6 coaches. So I'm going to pop these over here because I haven't got enough hands to move them somewhere. So just 6 coaches and half speed. And it does seem, it seems quite happy with that. Still a little bit of slowdown, but that might just be my track, because I always need to clean my track. Yeah, that seems quite happy. So yeah, let's move these out of the way. So yeah, for the same price as what you can get for the older Class 75, which you can still get on eBay, you can get the new one. And apart from that, there's a slight few issues. The range of one of the bogies is a bit not ideal, but it's a bit narrow in my opinion, and it is very lightweight, so haulage is a bit lower than expected. But it's DCC compatible. It's very affordable for a new loco, and it looks very, very nice in my opinion. I don't think there's actually much else you can say about it really. Well, I know some people don't like the lit up head code indicators, so that's a very minor gripe. But I'll say it's a very nice loco. Anyway, I'm gonna let the Class 75 get out its way because my battery's starting to die. Luckily the loco isn't battery powered up. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this review. Hope you enjoy the video in general. If you did like it, feel free to like, favourite and subscribe. And also if you really enjoy what I make, feel free to support me on Patreon. And if you didn't like the video, well, I hope you enjoy your day anyway. Anyway, off we set to the Class 73, sorry. And yeah, I'll see you again next time. Take care now.